Hello, online crew. How is everybody today? We're going to talk about content today. Has it ever crossed your mind that you don't know what content to put out on social media? You're racking your brain going, I don't know what to post today. I don't know what to post tomorrow. I'm not sure what I should be talking about. I'm fresh out of ideas, and sometimes you're just a little bit confused about what content to put on your page. So that's what we're going to talk about today, because it's one of the most common questions that I get from people is, I don't know what to post. I don't know what content to put out there. I'm exhausted as far as, content ideas. So let's have a chat about that, guys, because everything that you put out on social media is content, obviously. And this is what's going to make the difference between people being drawn to you and attracting people to you or not. Because they're not really interested in what you have to say. They're not really interested in the content that you're putting out there. So when they sort of say content is king, it's very, very true. And I just want to remind you, content is all around you. There is no shortage of content for you to learn, turn around and teach to other people, share with people. There is literally no shortage of content for you guys to create on, like I'm specifically honing in on a business page here. Those of you in my coaching community, I just want to draw you to two resources. I've got a content creation bootcamp, and I've got a boost your business page bootcamp that talks all about content creation. So for you guys, you can go and listen to those. There's hours and hours and hours of training, all regarding content. So you guys in my coaching community have got no excuses to say you don't know what to do for content, because between those two boot camps in my coaching community, I've got you guys covered. Okay. So for the rest of you that are, concerned, worried, confused about content, let's have a little bit of a chat about that. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So hopefully you'll get some ideas out of this live that might be helpful for you. So for those of you that are here that I have not met before, my name is Helen Martin, and I'm your online crew captain. So we've got the most amazing online crew community here, full of entrepreneurs, home-based business owners, direct sellers, those in network marketing, MLM. And we are leveraging social media, learning to leverage social media to build our business online. So if you are looking for modern online strategies rather than building your traditional, building the traditional way, or you would like to do a combination of both, which is not a bad idea. So combining some traditional strategies with online strategies is a really good mix. Then you're in the right place, because mainly what we talk about here is social media strategies, attraction marketing strategies, what we can do with video, Facebook Lives, those kind of things. So you can truly attract people to you. The last thing any of us want to do is trying to convince anybody that our business is the best business and you people should join and those kind of things. We want people to come to their own conclusion that they want to join you in your business. So what you say, how you say it, how you portray yourself on social media is a huge part of your success or otherwise in relation to this, okay? So let's see who is on live with us today. We've got Gloria. Hello, Gloria. How are you? Gloria is a life member of our coaching community. So is Cynthia. How are you? Great to see you on. If somebody has said hello and you look like this, you're faceless, I know that means that you are watching from our free group. So I'm broadcasting in two different places at the same time. Some of you will be watching from my business page, and some of you will be watching from my free group, which is called Social Media Strategies for Home Business Owners. If you're watching from the group, you need to give the third-party software that I'm using permission for me to see who you are, because you are watching from the group. So there is a link at the bottom of the description, not on the business page. You won't see it there, but you will see it in the group saying streamyard.com/Facebook. So you just need to click on that link for me to see who you are. Hello, Edith. How are you? We've got another one there. Just click on the link. Hello, Heather. Great to see you on. We've got Miss Laurie on. How are you going? Laurie's also a life member of our coaching community. So is Olive. How are you? Olive's saying hello to Henry as well, which Henry's my little mate over here. Since I'm narrowing down on my brand, it's becoming easier to find articles to talk about. Very good point, Gloria, and I will build on that on this live, because that is a critical part of coming up with the right content, is, you know, narrowing down your brand. Hey, Tashi, how are you? Hello, Cindy. Good to see you on. Hello, Laurie. Oh, she's saying hello. I've already said hello to Laurie. Hey, Ezra, how are you? Live twice in 1 week. That's exciting. Good to see you on. Hello, Shauna. How are you? Life member of our coaching community. Good to see you on. Got your notebook ready. Good. We've got Teresa. Hello. Hello, Paige. How are you? We've got Boyd. Hello, Rockstar. How are you, Boyd? Are you doing well? I hope you are. Hello, Janet. Good to see you on. We've got Helena. Olive, great timing. I'm just working on my content for March right now. Awesome. And that is a good sign. So somebody who is already thinking ahead for their content coming up for the following month is somebody who's on the ball. So that's awesome, Olive. Hello, Monica. Hello, Mitch. So great to see you guys on. So just on that, think about your content, everything that you put on social media. It really is your pages, even your personal profile, guys. It's like your billboard. What you put on social media is your billboard. And it's very telling depending on what you put up. Like if you're highly political, or you've got a lot of issues with people, or you got a lot of problems in your life that you air on social media, like people get a sense of who you are, what you're passionate about, whether you're legit or not, whether you're there for the sale or whether you're there to truly help people by the content you put out. It truly is your billboard. So it's one area in your business that you truly want to put some time and effort to, and I would highly encourage you not to just wing it. When you just wing it with content, it will show. When you're not consistent with your content, it will show. When you are not congruent with what you're actually talking about, it will show. When you're not genuine and authentic about, you know, what you're doing and what you're teaching and the value that you're providing people, it will show. If you go AWOL for a couple of weeks and don't post anything, it's very telling about how serious or not you are about your business. Content, the consistency of your content, but not only that, the variety of your content will either keep people interested and tuned into you, or when you slightly switch off or you pull back the pedal in the sort of the content that you provide, people will mirror you. So if you put a lot of effort in, you will get the rewards. If you put very little effort into your content, you just slap stuff up. You go live because you've been told it's a good thing, but there's not really much depth to your content. There's not much depth to what you're talking about on your Facebook Lives. There's not a lot of variety to cover the people that read or watch video or like funny things, or like if you're not, you know, if you haven't got a cross section of content, then you may be missing meeting the needs of certain personalities. Some people love videos and will listen while they're doing other things. Some people love to read and will not listen to videos. So that's why all of you, if you are doing videos, which you should be doing videos, you always want the subtitles on every single video you do. Facebook gives you the ability to do that on a business page automatically. You just go into your live, go into the edit post and turn those subtitles on. Maybe have a look at whether Facebook's got it right in your first couple of sentences. Like what does Facebook do to me? Oh, when I say online crew, Facebook interprets that to online curry. So when I turn the subtitles on, like 90% of the time, Facebook interprets me saying online crew to online curry. So pretty much every live, I've got to go into the edit after I've turned the subtitles on and go and change the word curry to crew. So have a look at what Facebook interprets. But every single live of yours, you should have the subtitles on, because a lot of people don't have the time to listen, or they're in an environment where they shouldn't be listening, like they're at work or they're on, you know, public transport and they haven't got their earphones with them or something like that. So, you know, a lot of people, and statistically, I told you this a couple of weeks ago, more than 90% of people apparently watch videos without the volume on. So if you haven't got your subtitles on, you're missing opportunities for people to connect with you and what you're saying, because all they're saying is you know, that. So there's little things like that. You need to be, you know, very strategic about what you're doing. And one of your, you know, well, the things that you can do to be more successful with this is plan ahead. Because you may be putting content on and you maybe think you're putting a lot of effort into your content, but it might be all the one type of content. It might all be videos if you love doing videos. It might all be quotes. Like if I went to your business page and I scanned your news feed, what would I see? Would I see a variety of content? Would I see something educational, then something funny, then something about you that helps me get to know you? You know, am I getting a variety of content? If I came to your page today and did a bit of a scan, what is the billboard that you're projecting to me? What am I going to find? And there's a lot of downfalls that people do inadvertently. One of mine, it took me a long time, and I still fault myself at this, is sometimes I forget to put personal content on my business page. Sometimes I forget to share what I've been up to on the weekend or been doing, things like that. So sometimes when you scan my page, particularly on a weekend or like on a Sunday and a Monday when I'm not going live in my time zone, it might be personal quote, personal quote, personal quote, because there already is something going on my page every single day. There is not a day that I miss because I'm organized enough to schedule content in advance. There is never a day that you will not see content on my business page. So that is something that you'll obviously want to consider. If you are really busy, you work full time, you're doing this on the side, those kind of things, and you struggle with putting content up every day, then schedule it in advance. There are third-party tools that allow you to do that, but just a heads up, Facebook would prefer you to use their feature than a third-party feature every step of the way. So Facebook has its own scheduling option. So when you go to post something, instead of just posting it there and then, there's a little arrow that you can pull down and you can schedule it for a future time. So if you can use that tool rather than a third-party tool, then that's going to be better for your organic reach. But those of you that use a third-party tool, don't stress. They're still effective. If it still helps you get content out rather than not having content at all, then definitely use it if that's your best way to plan. Okay? But one thing on a business page is you don't want to have 100% business content and people can't get to know you as a person, and you don't want it on the reverse either. You're pitching your business page and it looks like a personal profile. I have seen many of both. So I'll go to a business page and it just, quite frankly, it's boring. It's, you know, lives that are all business. It's, you know, you might share a blog post that's all business, and I don't know who you are. I don't know what lights you up. I don't know what you're passionate about. I don't know what kind of things interest you. I don't know what's going on in your life. Like, there's nothing personal there. You don't want to do that on a business page as much as on a business page. You don't want to look like a personal profile. And trust me, I've seen many business pages that are exactly those things. So we need to have a great combination of content. That's the first thing to consider. So what's the combination of content? And you do need to mix business with personal, because in this kind of industry, people go into business with people. They don't care about your thing, guys. They don't care what you're offering at the end of the day. They don't care necessarily about the training. Like, if they don't like you, they're not going to listen to you. It's all about you. That's why we brand ourselves, because it is all about you. So let people get to know you. This is where, you know, as much as you are raw and genuine, authentic as you can be, even when you're training people on something business related, deliver it in a way that's really authentic and genuine, and let people get to know that you are passionate about what you're doing. You are passionate about helping people. You've got to let that show. If it doesn't, it's just another business page. So how you create your content, the variety of content. You want all business. We don't want all inspirational quotes. We don't want all one of the same thing. So mixing up your content, the consistency of your content is obviously key, but mixing up your creation of your content. So things like, a Facebook Live is a piece of content. A little short, description, something you're thinking about, like some words, and put an image with it. I shared here not long ago that people resonate with images before they will, I've shared that many a time actually, that people will resonate with images more than they'll just resonate with words. So you might say something, share something off the top of your head, but put an image with it. And I do recommend that should be something like a selfie. So people are getting to know you, like your picture. Or if you're doing quotes, take pictures of yourself and put the quote on you rather than putting it on something else. But be wary of things in visual content. If you've got more than 20% of your visual post with words on it, your organic reach will be limited. So if you've got some words on a quote, and a lot of inspirational quotes will be like that, but if all of them are like that and you've got a lot of words on every single post, your organic reach will be limited. Especially if any of you do any paid Facebook advertising, a little warning will pop up from Facebook that you've got too many words on your image, but just be aware that that is affected with organic reach, as well. So you might have videos, you might have visuals, you might have posts with a visual, like an image of yourself. You might have something, just like a selfie, or you're out and about, you're going for a walk, you're at a conference, you're doing things. Share that kind of content about what you're up to so people can get to know who you are. Blog posts that might interest everybody. Your sort of audience. So written sort of articles, those kind of things. Asking people questions, just with the background color that we can use from Facebook, and a very simple question. Like there is a million pieces of different types of content that you can come up with. That boot camp that I did last month, Boost Your Business Page Boot Camp, is full of them. I've got a PDF document with so many ideas. So those of you in my coaching community, go to Unit 21 and download that PDF. I've got all the different content ideas, and mix up your content. You need to earn the right. I say this quite often for those of you that are here often. You need to earn the right for people to be there. What's the reason that someone would keep coming back and following you and listening to you? So really think about that. What are you providing that would draw somebody's attention to you? Is it just meaningless posts that you're putting up because you have to have content up? Or have you actually put some time and effort to planning your content, mapped out your 7 days? Okay, I'll do a quote there and a quote there and a blog there and a blog there. I'll do my lives there and a live there. Do you put that kind of thought into your planning, on your page? So be organized with it. And when you're organized and you can schedule as much of that as you can in advance, you're guaranteed to have a variety of content. But one thing I would put to you, so that's just like different types of content. If you really don't know what to talk about, so the actual content itself, so that's like different types of content, but the actual content, like you're thinking, I seriously don't know what to talk about. I would encourage you to revisit things like, what's your brand and who's your perfect customer? Because when you know your brand and you know who you're talking to, you will always know where to look for content. So take me here with how I brand myself and who I know I'm talking to. So I teach home-based business owners how to bring their business online and use social media strategies, attraction marketing strategies, videos, things like that. I know what I teach, and I know who I'm talking to. I am talking to entrepreneurs, network marketers, home-based business owners, direct sellers that want to build online. I know exactly who I'm talking to, and all my content talks to that person. So I know where to look for content to talk to that person. I know what you guys are looking for. I know a lot of the problems that you have in not being successful. So I know what content to deliver. So if you still sit there going, I don't know what to talk about, you need to go and revisit your target market. You need to understand that person and what keeps them awake at night. You need to know what they're struggling with, and you talk to their struggles And that's when you'll get an engaged audience, because you are connecting and they are connecting with you regarding the content that you are delivering. So you can bring a very confusing message to social media if you don't really know who you're talking to, if you don't know who that perfect person is. And you should have that written down. It's called a customer avatar, guys. So the person's name, how old they are, where they live, what income bracket are they in, do they have children? You will bring different content to somebody that's in an older age bracket to somebody who's a millennial. Like, when you know who you're talking to, you'll know what language to use even. Like, there are people that talk to the younger market that will use words like, dang it, and, it's up to you, boo, and, all that kind of language that you would talk to a younger person sometimes about. Like, you wouldn't use that language with somebody in the older demographic. So when you really know who your audience is and what you're teaching them, you shouldn't struggle for content. But let's get down to basics here. Consistency, 2 to 3 times a day. So minimum 2 times a day on a business page. Variety of content, from lives to posts to blogs to questions to, polls, all the different types of things. As I said, those of you in my coaching community, I've got millions of examples for it. Well, not millions, that's a bit of an exaggeration, but lots of different types of. So go to that PDF document, put out a calendar and go, that's what I'm going to put there, that's what I'm going to put there, and do it all in advance. Okay? Does this make sense? So if you so confused about your content, you need to go and revisit your brand. You need to go and revisit who it is that you are talking to, because if you don't know that, you're going to attract the wrong people to you and you're not going to grow fans and followers. Why should I follow you? What are you teaching me? I don't care if you just talk about, the weather and things like that. It's not going to keep me drawn to you to want to give you my email address and potentially buy something off you, if that's what you're looking for, from your audience. So remember, the mix is, you don't want it to be all business. You don't want it to be all personal, because you need a good combination of both. But when you're really organized and you plan out your content, you're going to be far more successful in the content that you're delivering for the audience that are there, and draw them into you and connect with you. If you talk about all sorts of different things all the time, so it's the weather one day, it's animals the next day, it's a little bit of social media the next day, it's health and wellness another day, it's travel tips the next day. It's like your content is all over the place. So will your results in your business. So this requires focus. This is the one area of your business that you need to be, well, all areas of your business should be intentional, but this should be laser focused. Plan in advance what it is and what kind of content you're going to put out next week, the week after. And you will feel so much more confident in what you're delivering. And when you've got the right message to the right person, that's when the gold happens in the online world. If you've got the wrong messages to, the right person, it's still not going to help you. Or if you've got the right people there, but you're giving them the wrong content, they're not going to stay there. So content is absolute king. Selena, my upload speed at my place in the country is so slow, so my voice sometimes doesn't match my mouth. Oh, so subtitles are good. Well, that's a really good fallback with the subtitles, is that if they don't have to have the volume on. And it does happen sometimes with live videos, you might be slightly out of sync. There's nothing that you can do about that, guys. If you're giving really good content, it won't matter, because people will still turn up and listen to you. So it's all about the content that you deliver. Useful, valuable content is what people will keep coming back for. Salesy, pushy, this is the best thing since sliced bread type thing. This has been wonderful for me. You need to do it too. It's not valuable, guys. It's just coming from self-interest. So what value, what are you teaching people? You want to be coming from a place majority of the time of teaching people. A business page is not for the purpose of self-interest. Yes, you want to build a business on social media. I get it. But when you turn up on social media and serve other people, come from a place of solving other people's problems, your business will grow anyway. When you show up to social media and using a business page just to put Facebook ads out or just to get them in your funnel, you're not going to have a lot of success long term. You may short term, but you won't long term. I've been scheduling some of my posts with I've been scheduling some of my posts with Facebook as well. That's good. Facebook wants you to use their tools, so that's a good thing. Okay. Selena, Helen, should we still be posting 3 times a day? It really depends on your content. I would recommend 2 to 3 times a day, but it depends what you're putting out. If you're putting out good content, you could even do more. But just keep in mind your own content when you've got very low reach, organic reach, and very low interaction and engagement, your own posts could be competing with each other. So you need to look at your page. Under every single post live you do, there is some numbers. One of them says organic reach. One of them says engagement. Go and evaluate your own content. Have a look at what is resonating with people and what is not. If things aren't resonating with people and you've got really low organic reach and you've got really low engagement, I would pull back the number of posts that you're doing and really be intentional with the type of content that you're putting out from your audience and make it count. Even boost a few initially. If you know how to do that and you've had training around that, boosting posts can be a very fast way to lose your money if you don't know what you're doing. But you're better off having good quality content and boosting it for $1 or $2 than having 3 or 4 posts organically on your page that are not going anywhere and they're competing with each other. Okay, you don't want to post too close to each other because your content will compete with each other. So 2 to 3 to answer your question, Selena, but depends what you're putting out there. If you've got really good content, you could do 3 to 4 because if you get a lot of engagement, then you can maximize the opportunity for that engagement. But if it's not good content, nothing is going to help you guys. It's not it's not necessarily the number of times that you post, it's what you post when you're posting. It's the quality of the content that you are posting. If you've got a really dead page, no one's interacting and engaging with you, you need to pull back and really evaluate what the content is on your page. Ask yourself, do you actually really know your audience? Or do you know the perfect person that you are trying to attract to your page? If you're that type of person in this industry that says anybody can benefit from my product, anybody can join my business, it's a really good thing for everybody, you will not get fast results on social media. You can't talk to everybody. The more specific you niche down into your perfect prospect and talk to that one person, the more success you're going to have with your content. Some of you may have, like even products like me, I'm in the health and wellness industry, and yes, can everyone benefit from my products? On the surface of it, yes, but am I looking for anybody and everybody? No. Because when you're going for everybody and everybody, you're literally throwing mud up against a wall and just hoping that it will stick with somebody. So if you think like that about your business, like surely if I put up a Facebook ad or I put some content out there, someone's going to grab. If that's how you run your business on social media, you won't have long-term success by any means. Might have some short-term success here and there, but you won't have real stable business with long-term success because it doesn't work that way. Marketing 101, target market, customer avatar, know their pains and struggles, talk to that person in your language, really understand your perfect prospect and what they need and what solutions you can provide. So when a lot of people come into this industry of network marketing, direct sales, even digital marketing, we just spray stuff out there and hope that it sticks with somebody. You won't be successful if that's the way you run your content creation strategy, okay? We need to be laser focused, okay? Teresa, do you have a number, Helen, in what's a good percentage for organic ready? Like 10% of your people. Yeah. So I often talk about this here and on my coaching community. It's roughly 10% of the people that are on your page. That's what it used to be. I also shared with you guys not long ago that a recent guru said it's down to 5.5%. So when you're evaluating how successful or otherwise you are, some of you might be overcritical. You might think, well, there's 1,000 people on my page. I've only got X, Y, Z sort of organic reach, like I'm a failure. But if you work on 5.5 to 10% of 1,000 people and check out what your organic reach is for your post, you might be on the money. So this is the stuff that you need to be aware of to truly evaluate whether what you're doing is effective or not. And if it's not, go back to the drawing board, recreate your content creation mix. Post in advance to make sure something is going up all the time. If you don't have stuff going up, people are looking at somebody else's page, not yours. If you disappear for a week or two, they've gone elsewhere. They're following somebody else, not you. So consistency is key, but not consistency for crap content. So we don't want you to post just for the sake of posting. If you are serious about building a business on social media and attracting fans and followers, you need to earn the right for those fans and followers. And not only do you need to get them there, you need to keep them there. So you want people looking at your content rather than other people's content. So stand out from the crowd, guys. Don't blend in. When your content blends in with everyone else, when you're a little bit ho-hum with your content and your effort and your intention towards that, you're going to have ho-hum results. So this is one area of your business that you really need to put some dedicated, effort into. Mel, what about stories reach? Should that be 10% as well? No, that's higher, much higher. Stories is, so just to clarify, thank you for bringing it up, Mel, because it is really important that you guys know the difference between the newsfeed and stories. Stories has a completely different algorithm. You will get more reach out of stories than you will the newsfeed. So the Facebook wants you to use stories. Facebook is giving more organic reach to stories. Facebook will show more of your content in stories to your people than it will in the newsfeed. Do as many posts as you like in stories. Do 10 a day if you've got some interesting stuff enough to put there. But don't just do useless stories either, because when people tap forward your stories, it's sending a signal to the algorithm that people don't want to look at your content. When they tap, they're saying, not interested. I'm going forward. So you don't want, really irrelevant content in your stories, but please don't overthink stories. Just get content in stories, because content in stories and great organic reach over there may help your organic reach on your page. Okay, so use stories. And thanks for the question, Mel, because it's totally different algorithm and much better reach than the actual news feed. Okay. Tashi, yeah, we just need to copy you. How do you do it? Was surprised when you came online at 5 a.m. today. So inspiring. You have huge followers and you still work hard every day. But just let me put that into perspective, Tashi. I work hard at my content and not giving you guys crap. I've got to go live. What's my choice? I don't have to do anything, but I choose to go live 5 days a week. Can you imagine, guys, how much content that is that I have to come up with for you guys? And sometimes it's a drag. But how I do that more successfully at sometimes than others is when on the weekend, like very latest on the Sunday night, I know what at least my headings are for the 5 days. And then I'm more organized. I get it done. I'm more in tune with what I'm going to talk about. And I may just write my bullet points the day before or the night before, but I know what I'm talking about. When I don't have time to do that, I procrastinate. I spend 3 times as long trying to look for content. What am I going to talk about tomorrow? Because I haven't organized that advance. Like, I'm just a mess. So I need to be intentional and organized. Not every piece of content is going to resonate with everyone because they're at different stages in their business. But it requires a lot of effort on my part. But, I feel that I've earned the right because I don't just turn up and talk about crap. I try to teach you something on most of my lives. So it comes down to the effort that I put in, I get rewarded for. If I just turned up 5 days a week and talked about this, that, and whatever, and it wasn't really about social media or things like this, like content creation and things that can help you, then I wouldn't have as many of you here. Does that make sense, guys? So I put the effort in, and over time, I mean, I haven't just done it for 1 week and suddenly all you guys are here. I've been consistent and intentional. No matter how much time it's taken me, I will not go live 5 days a week unless I don't have internet coverage or, you know, I'm in an airplane or something like that. It's my commitment whether I like it or not. And believe me, sometimes I don't always feel like being here. Sometimes I am exhausted, pretty much like now, because I do 5 a.m. trainings and stuff like that. Like some weeks are, you know, more difficult than others, but I'll never not do it because you guys are important to me. I'm here to serve. This is not about self-interest. This is about me serving you guys. So I put the intention and the time into giving you guys good content most of the time. Okay, so you put the effort in, guys, and you'll be rewarded. You are ho-hum about your content. You don't really care. Guess what your business is going to turn out like? Okay, so it's just one of the areas that you need to find the balance between business and the authentic, genuine you, and really knowing who it is you're talking to so you can help them with whatever it is that they're looking for. When you can help people and people learn from you, they'll keep coming back for more. But that's up to you to deliver. It's not up to anybody else. And it's not about showing up because social media is too busy, guys. And it's going to get busier and busier and busier and busier. So more people are going to be starting business pages. More people, it's going to become more crowded than it already is. So stand out, do stuff that's great, be very intentional about it, and be committed to it. You commit to the process, you'll get rewarded. You're just a little bit lackadaisical about it, then that's what your business is going to be like. Okay? Crap content, not contact Helen. Geez, I can't type today. Oh, good, Teresa. Do you Google to get your content, Helen? Like, how do you come up with the amount of content you come up with? Content, I said this at the very beginning of the video, content is all around you. Google, you know, the internet generally, other people's email lists, other people I follow, people that are more successful than I am in this field, following them, listening to their content, researching articles, being in tune with, you know, what's happening out there, looking at Facebook's updates. There is content all around you. So yes, Teresa, I do have my eye on the ball in a lot of different places. And yes, it takes me time. So it's just one of those commitments to my business that I do to serve you guys. And when I'm not on the ball with that, then I struggle for content. I start coming up live 5 days a week when I'm always sort of researching. But here's the tip to it, guys. You can overwhelm yourself very, very easily. I'll just wrap up because I've talked far too long, but I'll just wrap up on this. I do keep in tune with a lot of things that are up and coming and you know, out there in the marketplace, but I store it. I don't read it all as I come in. I do access different people's blogs and updates and articles and email databases and stuff like that, but I don't look and listen to it all when it all comes in. I store it. I have a folder in my email that's called content creation. So I subscribe to a lot of gurus sort of emails that I follow and you know, it might have interesting things to say. So when the email comes in, I store it in content creation. So when I'm looking for content creation, I go to my one email folder and there's all these different pieces of content from other people I follow and things that are happening in the industry that are all in the one spot. Then I can sit down on a Sunday night and go, okay, what can I utilize here that might be useful for my people? So I'm not, at the time I'm creating content, I'm not going here and going there and going there. I've already got a one point where I'm storing data as it comes in, and I just go to that one point. I save videos on my phone in Facebook. If somebody's come up with a video, oh, what's new, what's coming up, I store it, go saved. So then when I go to my saved items, they're all there. I have a notes section on my phone. If I see something out and about, an article, a blog, or a video or something, and I've got a folder that says Facebook Live topics. And I've got a running list of things that I want to talk about live that might be interesting for you guys. I've always got pools of content to draw from. that, you know, and Google can be one of those, Teresa. There is content all around you when you know what your brand is, when you know who your target market is and what you're talking to them about, you'll know where to research, you know, your content. So if you're still struggling to research for content, maybe your brand is not established enough yet. Maybe it's not narrow enough yet. Okay, so that's the kind of things to sort of dissect. Okay, I've talked far too long. So thank you for being here, guys, and those of you that have stayed on this live or watching the replay. I hope you just get one little idea from that just helps you execute some better content or some different ideas as to where to source content, or maybe just give you some ideas of different kind of content to put together. Please don't just do the one type of content. It'll get really boring for your audience and they'll go elsewhere. So you've got to keep your audience entertained with different types of content. But at the end of the day, it comes down to what value you're providing for your people. What are you teaching people? What are you sharing with your people? And make sure they are the right people. Some of you, like I shared in the Business Boost, Boost Your Business Page Bootcamp, might need to go and clean up your page with who's there. You might have the wrong people on your business page, so they're not engaging with you. So if that's what you need to do, go and do it. But you need to evaluate your page properly to know whether that's something you need to do or not. So, you know, again, those of you in my coaching community, go back and rewatch the Content Creation Bootcamp. Go back and rewatch the Boost Your Business Page Bootcamp. There's hours of training in there and all sorts of different content creation ideas that'll, you know, help you in this area. Okay, so got to go. I know you guys are got to go as well. So I'll see you same time, same place tomorrow, guys. Catch you then. Bye.